What's up, YouTube? This is your boy G back in another video. Today I would just like to show you the best settings, right? The optimized settings for Black Myth Wukong for you to be able to run it on your Steam Deck OLED, right? So I'm using 1 TB Steam Deck OLED here right now, and I'll show you my settings. I was able to run it around 40 FPS locked. As a matter of fact, it's pretty playable, and it's best for you to do this when you're like revisiting places that you've already visited, playing on a PC on a bigger screen, like on a TV, especially OLED TV, because Black Myth Wukong is probably one of the best, if not the best, graphics of any recent games out there. So you wouldn't want to miss that, right? Playing it on a console like this. However, if you want to extend your playtime, right, like visiting places, secrets, things like that, especially the places that you already seen, it will be perfect to play on your Steam Deck. So these are the games that I have, and I have this Wukong right now. Let me just jump right back in, resume, and right now I'm on chapter 2. I'm gonna put these stats on the top so you can see the FPS, temperature, and then the battery. Now right now, if you notice, I have about 90% battery, and I'm getting around 2 hours 37 minutes, right? Pulling 18 or 19 watts on it. So give or take, if you have like 100% battery, of course, from full charge, you're gonna get around 3 hours playtime on this, or the current settings. Now, definitely playable, right? So again, I'm on chapter 2, or I guess this is yes, chapter 2 as a matter of fact. So let me just open our thing here. All right, so yes, I'm on chapter 2, Yellow Wind Ridge, and you can see that it's definitely playable. Now let me go to a town, and let's check the FPS there. Now, of course, coming from PC, because I've been playing this on my PC, right, on my high-end gaming PC, it's very smooth. It's great. I've been even playing there for like 4K with very high settings. Now, the one thing that you can really notice on a Steam Deck, of course, aside from like textures and all, it's the input delay, right? Input lag. Now, of course, if you go down to 30 FPS or turn on frame generation or anything like that, like FSR 3 and then frame gen, it will introduce tremendous amount of input delay. I'm gonna actually show you that later on. So it's not recommended, right? So right now, input delay isn't really bad. So as you can see, this is my joystick, right? Right, it's following pretty quickly. Right, it's not bad. So that means it can actually run pretty smooth, and it's just running on 40 right now that I set it up on, or cap it on 40, right, 80 hertz. Now again, this is Steam Deck OLED, and as you can see, it's pulling around 99, right, 90% GPU there. But again, definitely playable. Now let me just check first, fighting a dude, right, using this kind of settings, because you can, and as you can see, it still looks ridiculously good, especially for Steam Deck, because again, it's small. However, the settings of this isn't that great. Now again, let me just show you actually the current settings that I have, right? So right now, if I go to settings, right, display, current resolution that you're going to use, of course, is just the 1280 by 800. You can go low to 1152 at 720, but it's pretty much the same in performance, negligible. So just go to the 1280 by 800. Of course, you can frame cap that to 60 if you want. And then on graphics, you're gonna go to the bottom of the super resolution here, because it's gonna make it sharper, right? If you increase that, and it's really taxing to the hardware. You can play around if you want, but for mine, it's 45 FSR, and then frame gen is off. Again, I'm gonna show you if it's turned on later on. It's ridiculously bad, but of course, no ray tracing, and graphics is everything on low, right? So it's just the lowest of the lowest, unfortunately. But for the settings, you're gonna keep it on 40 FPS. You can even try 45 at times, and then just disable everything that you have there. And I do have like scaling mode here, sharpness, but it's just the same, just negligible. However, as you can see again, it looks pretty good, right? I can tell you that. And the input delay is pretty good, right? It's not that bad. So let me fight a dude here on the boss. It's not, I'm not gonna finish it. I'm just gonna show you if we can activate some moves or things like that, and see that it's playable indeed, running on 40 FPS. Okay, for the baby, of course, a little bit of stutter on the baby as usual. Yeah, definitely playable. As you can see, the FPS is locking on 40, right? You know, just jumping on 40 and 38, 39 is not bad. This dude is difficult though, so I'm not focusing on him. But you can definitely play it, right? It's not bad, and you can absolutely use this on your Steam Deck. So again, I would recommend to play it like you're just repeating locations, right? Unlocking some secrets, but not really like trying something new, because you might miss the awesomeness of, you know, what this game offers, right? Again, Black Myth Wukong is ridiculously good on the effects, on the, especially on the ray tracing. If you have a PC, a high-end PC, I would highly recommend to enable the ray tracing there as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. Again, I would just like to show you quickly the settings. Now, I will go out on this one, and then we'll turn on the frame gen, so that I can just show you how bad it is, you know, the input delay, if there's like a frame gen, so that you won't really use that here. So right now, again, input delay is pretty good, as you can see. And effects like the falling leaves and something, it's everything is still there. Now again, these are like on low, everything on low, running on 800p, and FSR3, no frame gen. Now again, input delay is not bad. Let me turn on the frame gen here, just to show you that on Steam Deck it's not really good. It's pretty bad, as a matter of fact. All right, so low everything, super resolution 45, and as you can see here, that is just ridiculous amount of input delay, right? So as you can see, before it follows the camera pan, I'm already done pressing it, right? So that is pretty bad, especially on fights, right? If you press the attack, it will only, you know, act as soon as you're done. So if you're like rotating the camera, you will feel that, and it's almost like it's just constant lag. So frame gen is not advisable, right? Again, for Steam Deck. But if you want to play the you know, Wukong, Black Myth Wukong on your Steam Deck, just turn it off, set everything on low, super resolution 45, cap it on 40 because it's much more smoother than 30. You can even do 45 at times, and it's absolutely playable, right? It's pretty good, as a matter of fact. Now this is just chapter or hidden village, right? In the chapter, let me run to like snow places, right? Because that is pulling up a lot of graphics on my PC. So we'll check if it can run in the chapter 3. All right, we're now in chapter 3. So as you can see, it's a bit taxing, right? The FPS dropped there from 40 that we get earlier to 35. So you might need to you know, adjust a little bit depending on the location that you're playing with. Now again, chapter 3 I think is just the taxing one. Chapter 1 and 2 is not that bad. We're on chapter 2 earlier, and as you can see, it's running around 35 to 40. So what you can do here is just to cap it on 30 if you want to really have like a stable one. Although 40 has a bit of a better, right, rather better input lag, and it can still run at 40, as you can see there, all with the snow and things here. Now of course, you're gonna notice with everything low, they're not pushing trails, right, footsteps or trails in the snow. Not really big deal again if you're playing on Steam Deck. Everything's still there though. So it still looks pretty good, as a matter of fact, right? Going to the menu, I think is still pretty good. So running at 40 there, so you can manage your inventory and yeah, your stuff like that. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Yep, you can definitely play season 2, or rather chapter 2, even on this Steam Deck. Running at 40 FPS, or playing it here, the CPU is the GPU, rather, of course, the one that will be most taxed, right? 99%. Again, you can drop it to 30 if you want. Temperature will increase up to 70 there, as you notice. CPU is pretty good at 64 Celsius degrees there, because it's just running 50%. But GPU will run on its max utilization, and it's gonna pull around 10 watt there, netting about 70 Celsius degrees, right? For the battery, as you can see, it's pulling up 22 watts, and it's still running 2 hours here. Again, playing this game will give you kind of like 3 hours tops with a full charge, right? 2 hours 45 minutes to 3 hours. But it's looking good. I like it. You can definitely play it. No bugs, no crashes, and you can definitely manage your inventory, and no problem whatsoever running Black Myth Wukong on your Steam Deck OLED. But that's all for today, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you have questions. Subscribe to the channel if you're into this stuff. I create videos, reviews, or tests, stuff like this, so that might help you on your gaming or your purchase decision. But that's all for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe. See you on my next one. Peace.